Have you ever noticed how getting out of a chair takes more effort these days? Maybe you've found yourself pushing off your knees more often just to stand upright. Climbing stairs starts to feel like you're lifting weights. And sometimes, just walking across the living room leaves you momentarily unsteady. For many, this creeping decline is brushed off as normal aging. But what if it's not just aging? What if your body is trying to whisper a warning? By the time you reach 60, your muscles, especially those in your legs, begin to lose their strength not with a bang, but with a gradual silence. You don't feel pain. There's no swelling, no loud alarms. But slowly, things that once felt effortless begin to feel like a chore. This is not just about aging. It's one of the first signs of something deeper, a condition known as sarcopenia, which is the age-related loss of muscle mass and function. Sarcopenia creeps in slowly. You won't notice it at first, but statistics tell a sobering story. According to the American Geriatric Society, folks over 60 lose between 1 to 3% of their muscle mass each year. That means in just 5 years, you could lose up to 15% of the strength in your legs without even realizing it. That might explain why tasks like rising from a couch, keeping your balance, or walking to the kitchen begin to feel heavier. So what causes this loss? The answer isn't just one thing. It's a combination of 3 major factors that converge quietly but steadily as we age. The first is nutrient deficiency. As your body gets older, your ability to absorb essential vitamins and minerals diminishes. Your stomach produces less acid, which makes it harder to absorb things like vitamin D, vitamin B12, and other key nutrients that your muscles and nerves depend on. The second is sluggish blood circulation. As circulation slows, your legs get less oxygen and fewer nutrients. That leads to early fatigue, more frequent cramps, and the sensation of your legs feeling heavy and worn out even after mild activity. And the third? Reduced physical activity. It's a simple truth. The less you move, the more your muscles weaken. But even if you're walking a little, or staying moderately active, your muscles can't regenerate properly without the right nutritional support. Motion alone isn't enough. Your body needs the right fuel. Now here's the good news. This decline isn't irreversible. In fact, scientific research and decades of clinical experience have confirmed that leg strength can be revived in just a few days with the help of 3 specific vitamins. No grueling exercise routines, no expensive treatments, just the right nutrients, taken at the right time, in the right amounts. These are not fringe remedies or old wives' tales. We're talking about well-documented, clinically tested approaches backed by research from respected institutions. And they work not just slowly, but sometimes surprisingly fast. But before we get into the details of each vitamin and how to take them, it's important to understand how your body changes after 60, especially when it comes to muscle, bone, and nerve health. As you cross that age milestone, your body enters a new phase. Bones become more brittle. Blood flow slows. Muscle mass drops, particularly in the legs. And even if you're eating a balanced diet and staying relatively active, your body might still be running a deficit. That's because your digestive system doesn't absorb nutrients as effectively as it used to. Your stomach makes less acid. Your kidneys and liver work a bit slower. And your skin, your largest organdescent, converts sunlight into vitamin D the way it once did. Your legs, being the largest muscles in your body, often show the first signs of this decline. That's why it becomes harder to stand, walk, or balance. But instead of feeling broken, you just feel tired. Instead of pain, it's fatigue. Instead of sharp signals, it's a dull, dragging sensation that convinces many people that this is just what getting older feels like. But what if that feeling wasn't inevitable? What if your body could regain its strength, its balance, and its rhythm simply by restoring what it has lost? That's what this guide is about. Not empty promises, but practical, science-backed steps to help your legs feel strong again. So, stay with me because in the next part, we'll dive deep into the first of the 3 powerful vitamins that can bring your legs back to life. Imagine your body as a house with rooms that need light. Over the years, one by one, the lights start to dim. You don't notice at first. It's subtle. But then, one day, you realize you're walking through dim hallways. Your balance is off. Your muscles feel lazy. Your joints are stiff. That's because the switch that used to keep everything bright and functional, vitamin D3, has started to fade. Vitamin D3 is not just a vitamin. It is a master switch. It tells your bones to stay strong, your muscles to contract properly, your nerves to communicate swiftly, and your balance to stay steady. Without enough of it, the whole system starts to power down quietly but surely. After the age of 60, your body loses much of its natural ability to produce vitamin D3. Your skin becomes thinner and converts less sunlight into usable vitamin D. You likely spend more time indoors. Your liver and kidneys, which help process vitamin D3, begin to slow down. And if you aren't absorbing enough from food, which is likely, your body begins to shut off key systems that rely on it. This deficiency can show up in many subtle ways. Maybe your legs feel heavy, especially when climbing stairs. You might feel unusually tired just from standing or walking. Nighttime leg cramps become more common. You might notice difficulty with balance, or a feeling like your legs are slow to respond. You might even have trouble falling asleep or feel restless at night. All of these are classic signs of vitamin D3 deficiency, often misdiagnosed as just aging. Scientific research backs this up. A study from the University of Birmingham in the United Kingdom found that adults over 65 who supplemented with just 800 international units of vitamin D3 for 5 days showed an average 19% increase in leg strength within weeks. That's without any exercise program. Another study from Harvard's Geriatric Research Center found that seniors with low D3 levels were 40% more likely to fall or be hospitalized. That's not a small number. That's your independence on the line. Here's why it matters. Vitamin D3 helps your body absorb calcium, which is essential for building strong bones. But it also ensures that your muscles contract smoothly and that your nerves send clean, clear signals. Without it, your legs begin to feel unreliable, like the frame of an old car. They wobble, they hesitate, they tire out. It's not weakness of character, it's weakness of chemistry. But the good news is this: restoring your vitamin D3 levels can flip that switch back on. When your body has enough D3, your muscles activate again, your joints move more fluidly, your balance improves. Your steps become lighter. Your confidence rises with every movement. It's like putting the power back into your stride. Now, let's talk about how much you need and how to get it. Experts recommend that healthy adults over 60 get between 800 to 1,000 international units of vitamin D3 per day. For those with a history of falls or visible frailty, that number goes up to 1,500 or even 2,000 units daily. It should be taken under medical supervision, ideally in the morning or early afternoon, and always with a meal that includes healthy fats like salmon, eggs, or olive oil to aid absorption. But here's the challenge: food alone won't cut it. You would need to eat an unrealistic amount of fatty fish, eggs, or fortified milk every single day to meet your needs. For example, 100 grams of fish might provide about 500 units. 1 egg gives you around 40 units. A glass of fortified milk? Maybe 100. To reach 1,000 or more? It's nearly impossible through diet alone, especially if your appetite has decreased or your digestion is sluggish. That's why most seniors benefit from a supplement. A small daily dose of vitamin D3 in pill or soft gel form can make a noticeable difference in a matter of days. But caution is key. Too much vitamin D3 can cause problems. Exceeding 4,000 units a day over a long period can lead to headaches, constipation, nausea, kidney stones, or irregular heart rhythms due to elevated calcium levels. Always follow a doctor's guidance. How do you know if you should consider taking it? If you are over 60, spend little time outdoors, feel unsteady, have fallen before, or experience bone or joint discomfort, vitamin D3 should be a top priority. If you have osteoporosis, diabetes, or take certain medications that affect absorption, even more so, vitamin D3 is not magic. It's biology. It's giving your body what it can no longer make on its own. It's not about reversing time. It's about restoring function. And when you get the dosage right, not too little, not too much your muscles, nerves, and bones, begin to remember what it's like to feel young again. You stand taller, you walk stronger, and you live with a bit more freedom. This is not about chasing youth. It's about honoring your body with the support it needs today. And vitamin D3 is one of the simplest, most effective tools to do that. In the next part, we'll explore the second forgotten nutrient that plays a vital role in reconnecting your nerves and muscles and helping your legs listen to your brain again. You might not think much about it, but every step you take, every motion your legs make, starts with a signal from your brain. That signal travels down through your spinal cord, into nerves, and finally lands in the muscles that lift your foot, bend your knee, or help you balance. But what happens when those signals become scrambled, slow, or weak? What happens when your legs stop listening to your brain? The answer often lies in one overlooked vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is essential for keeping your nervous system functioning. It helps create the protective sheath around your nerves. It supports the production of red blood cells that deliver oxygen to muscles. And it plays a key role in the electrical signals that coordinate your movements. Without enough of it, your body starts to lose its connection to itself, not metaphorically, but literally. Most people associate B12 with energy and mental clarity. And that's true. But for older adults, its most critical function might be something far more fundamental: keeping your legs steady beneath you. When B12 levels drop, the brain's instructions to your muscles become fuzzy or delayed. The result? You feel unsteady. You lose your balance. Your legs feel tired, weak, or like they're not quite responding the way they used to. Some of the earliest signs of B12 deficiency are subtle, but serious. A tingling sensation in your feet, a feeling that your legs are asleep or numb, difficulty walking in a straight line, frequent stumbles, or the sudden need to use furniture for support. You might even notice that you drop things more often or have trouble with fine motor tasks. These are not random quirks. They're warning signs from your nervous system. And it doesn't stop at the body. B12 deficiency also affects mood and memory. You might feel foggy-headed, forgetful, or down for no clear reason. Some describe a persistent fatigue that doesn't go away with rest. Others notice a quiet sadness creeping in, or a lack of motivation that used to be there. These emotional and cognitive symptoms often get misdiagnosed as depression, aging, or stress, but often they are rooted in a simple nutrient deficiency. Why is B12 deficiency so common in people over 60? There are several reasons. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which is necessary to extract B12 from food. Many seniors also take medications like antacids or acid blockers that further reduce absorption. People with diabetes who take metformin, or those with digestive issues like gastritis or IBS, are at even greater risk. Add in a diet low in meat or animal products, and the odds of having low B12 become very high. Even if you eat well, your body may not absorb enough. That's why routine blood tests are important. A simple B12 blood test can reveal if your levels are low, and addressing it can transform your daily life. Research strongly supports the link between B12 and physical function. A study from Oxford University found that older adults with low B12 levels walked more slowly, had poorer balance, and were more than twice as likely to fall over the course of a year compared to those with normal levels. In a clinical trial, published in the Journal of Gerontology. Seniors who took daily B12 supplements for 8 weeks reported stronger legs, less numbness, and improved balance. Here's how B12 works. It supports the creation of myelin, the fatty sheath that insulates your nerves. Think of it like the coating on electrical wires. Without it, signals get lost or delayed. B12 also helps produce red blood cells, ensuring that your muscles receive enough oxygen to function. It powers the metabolic pathways that give you energy. So when your B12 is low, your legs feel disconnected, heavy, or unstable, and your brain feels sluggish. The good news is that B12 is safe, effective, and easy to supplement. For adults over 60, a daily dose of 500 micrograms to 1 milligram of methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, is often recommended. This form is more readily absorbed, especially by older adults whose ability to convert B12 has diminished. It comes in many forms: chewables, sublingual tablets, sprays, or dissolvable lozenges. Because B12 can promote alertness, it's best taken earlier in the day, ideally with lunch, and never with coffee or tea, which may hinder absorption. Food sources of B12 include red meat, liver, salmon, eggs, and dairy products. But the amounts in a typical serving are often too low to meet the needs of older adults. For example, 3 ounces of liver might offer 70 micrograms. An egg? Only about half a microgram. You would need to eat unrealistic quantities of these foods daily to maintain optimal levels, which is why supplementation is the smarter route for most. One of the great strengths of B12 is its safety. It is water-soluble, which means your body flushes out any excess. Even high doses are well tolerated in healthy individuals. However, those on blood thinners or with kidney issues should consult their doctor before starting supplements. When you restore your B12 levels, the results can be surprisingly quick. Seniors often report a renewed steadiness, fewer nighttime cramps, stronger walking strides, and even clearer thinking within days or weeks. It's not a miracle. It's your body responding to the right support. This vitamin doesn't just restore energy. It reconnects you to yourself, helping your legs remember the rhythm of walking, your fingers recall their dexterity, and your brain regain its clarity. In the next part, we'll explore a lesser-known but equally powerful nutrient one that provides the raw fuel your muscles need to move. Stay with me as we uncover the final piece of this muscle-restoring trio. By now, you've seen how vitamin D3 acts as the switch that powers your musculoskeletal system, and how vitamin B12 reconnects your brain and your limbs. But even if those two systems are fully operational, there's one more piece you absolutely need: fuel. Without it, even a well-oiled machine won't move. That's where vitamin B1 comes in, quietly doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes. Known also as thiamine, vitamin B1 is essential for converting food into usable energy. More specifically, it helps your body produce adenosine triphosphate ATP, the currency of energy in every muscle contraction, every breath you take, and every step you walk. Without enough B1, your body simply runs out of steam, no matter how well your nerves and bones are functioning. Older adults often describe a sensation that's hard to explain: legs that feel heavy, slow, or like they're dragging. Not exactly painful, but always tired. Climbing stairs feels like a mountain. Getting up from a chair takes a moment of mental prep. These are not vague feelings. They're classic signs that your muscles aren't receiving enough cellular energy. And more often than not, the root cause is a lack of vitamin B1. After age 60, your body's ability to absorb thiamine from food decreases. And to make matters worse, many medications commonly prescribed to seniors, including diuretics for blood pressure and heart conditions, antibiotics, and diabetes drugs like metformin, actively deplete B1 levels. Even modest alcohol intake, like a glass of wine or beer with dinner, can reduce your body's ability to hold on to this essential vitamin. The signs of B1 deficiency are sometimes mistaken for aging or overexertion. Your legs feel weak even after mild activity. You get winded climbing a single flight of stairs. Muscle cramps, especially in the calves or thighs, begin to show up more frequently. You may feel dizzy, mentally foggy, or like you've lost the energy to engage in daily tasks. Sometimes, it's not even physical. Your motivation to move disappears, replaced by a vague fatigue that doesn't improve with sleep. One study conducted by Tokyo University in 2021 found that over 30% of older adults tested had low thiamine levels. Those individuals also reported slower walking speeds, increased leg fatigue, and more frequent balance issues. However, when they supplemented with B1, many experienced notable improvements within just a week. Another study published in the Journal of Neurological Sciences tracked patients with chronic leg fatigue who took 100 milligrams of thiamine daily. Over 80% reported improved energy and less leg heaviness within 7 days and without side effects. Here's why B1 is so vital. Your body relies on it to fuel what's called the Krebs cycle, your cell's main engine for generating ATP. This energy allows your muscle fibers to contract efficiently, recover faster after movement, and maintain tone throughout the day. Without it, your muscles simply don't get the juice they need. The result? You feel like you're wading through mud, even on level ground. But thiamine's role doesn't stop there. It also helps transmit nerve signals, especially in your peripheral nerves, the ones that control your legs and feet. Without enough B1, you may feel tingling, numbness, or unsteady footing. It's like trying to operate a vehicle with an engine light blinking and a gas tank running low. So how much do you need? The general recommendation for older adults is 1.2 milligrams per day for men and 1.1 milligrams for women. But for therapeutic purposes, especially in seniors with symptoms like leg fatigue, nerve pain, or energy crashes, doctors often recommend doses as high as 50 to 100 milligrams daily. And here's the good news. Thiamine is water-soluble, meaning any excess is flushed out naturally. It's considered extremely safe, even at higher doses, though you should always consult your physician if you have kidney or liver issues or are taking medications. When should you take it? The best time is in the morning, ideally with your first meal. It works best when paired with food that contains healthy fats or protein, which aids absorption. Avoid taking it with coffee, black tea, or alcohol, as these can interfere with its effectiveness. Can you get enough from diet alone? In theory, yes. Whole grains like brown rice and oats, legumes like lentils and beans, sunflower seeds, pork, and organ meats are good sources. But in reality, most seniors don't eat enough of these foods consistently. Digestive decline, medication interference, and limited appetites all add up. That's why supplementation is often necessary not as a shortcut, but as a lifeline. Think of it this way. If vitamin D3 turns on the system and B12 connects the circuits, B1 is the gasoline. Without it, nothing moves. Even if everything else is working, that sluggishness you feel in your legs, that heavy sensation when you try to climb stairs or take a walk that's not just getting older, that's a signal your body is trying to send you. It needs more fuel, and the change can be rapid. Many seniors report feeling noticeably lighter, stronger, and more eager to move within just a few days of supplementing with B1. They sleep better. Their minds feel clearer. Most importantly, their legs feel capable again, not like a burden they have to drag, but like partners in motion. In the next part, we'll look at how these three vitamins, D3, B12, and B1, work together in harmony, and how timing, combinations, and simple daily routines can maximize their effect on your mobility, strength, and independence. By now you understand that vitamin D3 is like the ignition key. Vitamin B12 is the wiring that connects the dashboard to the engine, and vitamin B1 is the fuel that drives the car forward. But having the right parts is only half the story. The real transformation happens when you use them together at the right time, in the right amounts, and in the right sequence. Let us begin with timing. Your body runs on rhythms. Hormones, digestion, and energy follow daily patterns. So should your vitamins. Taking them at the wrong time or mixing them incorrectly can weaken their impact. But taken properly, these three nutrients can restore not just your strength, but your overall vitality. Here is the daily routine that works best. In the morning, you start your engine. As soon as you have your first meal, take vitamin B1. This is the fuel that starts your energy metabolism and supports how your muscles function all day long. But one needs the right meal to work well. That means protein or healthy fat, not just toast or juice. Eggs, Greek yogurt, or avocado work beautifully. Avoid coffee or black tea right away because they can block B1 absorption. If you need caffeine, wait an hour after your supplement. Later in the morning, usually mid-morning, take vitamin D3. Your body is now active and ready to absorb it. Since D3 is fat-soluble, it must be taken with food that includes healthy fats, such as eggs, nuts, or salmon. Never take it on an empty stomach. Avoid taking it late in the day, as it may interfere with sleep for some people. D3 helps your muscles contract properly, supports bone strength, and improves balance. It tunes your system to be steady and responsive. Taking it now gives your body a full day to benefit from those effects. Early in the afternoon, take vitamin B12. This is the best time to support nerve function and clarity of mind. B12 boosts your coordination and reaction time. It also supports your mood and energy without causing overstimulation at night. Again, avoid tea or coffee at this time. Wait at least 30 minutes before or after your dose. Let the vitamin absorb fully. Now here is a simple daily guide to follow. For breakfast, have 1 egg, half an avocado, and a small bowl of oatmeal or yogurt. With this meal, take your B1 tablet. Mid-morning, have a snack like a few almonds or toast with olive oil. This is the right time to take your D3 capsule. At lunchtime, enjoy grilled fish or tofu with vegetables and a whole grain. With this meal, take your B12 lozenge or tablet. If you already take a multivitamin, read the label carefully. Many senior formulas underdose the 3 nutrients we are focusing on. Look for these minimum targets. Vitamin D3 should be at least 800 units per day and can go up to 2,000 if needed. Vitamin B12 should be 500 micrograms to 1 milligram, ideally in the methylcobalamin form. Vitamin B1 should be between 50 and 100 milligrams daily for noticeable effects. Always talk to your doctor, especially if you have kidney, liver, or heart conditions. These vitamins are safe for most people, but your situation may require adjustments. Let us talk about habits. Many people do not see results from supplements because they are inconsistent. They forget doses, skip meals, or take vitamins at random times. Building this into your lifestyle matters. Keep your vitamins next to your meal prep items. Use a weekly pill box. Set reminders. Turn each dose into a quiet ritual of self-care. When will you feel results? Some people notice improvement in 3 to 5 days. Legs feel lighter, standing becomes easier, walking feels smoother. Others may take a week or 2. The timeline varies, but the process works. Your body knows how to heal. It just needs the right tools. This is not a one-time fix. It is a daily act of support. Each capsule, each nourishing meal, each glass of water builds momentum. Over time, you regain control, balance, and confidence. In the final part, we will pull everything together and offer safety guidance, inspiration, and a call to action for this next chapter of living stronger and moving freer. You have come a long way. From understanding why your legs feel heavier to discovering the vital roles of 3 core nutrients that support your bones, nerves, and muscles, you now have the blueprint to take control of your physical health. But before you move forward, there is one more essential layer to this journey: safety and long-term success. Let us begin with an important reminder. Vitamins are powerful, but they are not magic. Used wisely, they can rebuild what age has worn down. Used carelessly, they can cause harm. Especially after age 60, your body processes things differently. The same dose that worked when you were younger might be too much now. So the golden rule is this: start with knowledge and proceed with care. The first principle is dosage. More is not always better. For example, vitamin D3 is fat-soluble, which means your body stores it. Taking too much over time without supervision can raise your calcium levels too high, leading to side effects like headaches, nausea, constipation, or even kidney stones. Stay within the recommended range. For most older adults, that means between 800 to 2,000 units per day. Only exceed that under the guidance of a medical professional. The second principle is awareness of your own health conditions. If you have kidney issues, liver conditions, or heart problems, you need to be extra cautious. These organs help filter and process nutrients. If they are compromised, vitamins that are normally safe can build up and become harmful. That is why routine blood work is not just helpful, it is necessary. Checking your vitamin D levels, B12, and basic metabolic markers every 6 to 12 months gives you and your doctor the information needed to adjust your supplements safely. The third principle is consistency over intensity. Taking vitamins for a few days and stopping will not create lasting change. Your body needs time to rebuild. Muscles need repeated signals. Nerves need steady nourishment. Habits are what shape outcomes. Make your supplements part of your morning or lunch routine. Pair them with meals you already enjoy. If you miss a day, do not panic, just return to your routine the next day. The fourth principle is to watch for quiet signs. Sometimes your body will give you subtle messages that something is not right. If you begin to feel tingling, numbness, cramps, loss of appetite, unusual fatigue, or trouble sleeping, do not brush it off. These may be signs you need to adjust your dosage or timing. Speak with your doctor. Listen to your body. Healing is a two-way conversation. Now let us talk about what to expect moving forward. As you integrate D3, B12, and B1 into your life, the effects may appear slowly at first. Then one morning you will stand up and realize you did not need to push off your knees. You will climb stairs without holding your breath. You will feel more balanced walking through the store or garden. These moments are not small. They are signs of strength returning. Some report better sleep and clearer thinking. Others feel less anxiety or more motivation. These changes happen because the body is reconnecting with itself. Muscles and nerves are no longer starved. Energy is no longer stuck. Movement becomes smoother, and life becomes more manageable. This journey is about reclaiming confidence. You are not just fixing symptoms. You are building a future where your body supports your choices instead of limiting them. Whether it is playing with grandkids, taking walks with your partner, or simply standing up without effort, every bit of regained strength opens new possibilities. You may ask, what else can I do to stay strong? The answer lies in small daily disciplines. Stay hydrated. Eat meals rich in protein and healthy fats. Move your body even in gentle ways. Take breaks from screens and stretch your legs. Breathe deeply. Connect with others. Stay curious. These habits enhance the impact of your supplements and create a foundation for long-term vitality. Let us be clear, this is not about perfection. It is about progress. Every step you take, every capsule you swallow, every meal you nourish yourself with brings you closer to a body that feels like yours again. You have the tools. You have the knowledge. And most importantly, you have the choice. Will you take the first step? Because when you do, your body will meet you halfway. Muscles will remember strength. Nerves will rediscover balance. And your legs will carry you not just forward, but toward freedom. Let this be your moment. Reclaim your strength. Honor your health. Walk forward with purpose. You deserve to feel steady. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to live fully, one confident step at a time.